AMFTRB Prep with Family Solutions Institute. Today we're reviewing communication theory, a concept associated with the MRI group and the Palo Alto tradition that may appear on the exam. Communication theory developed out of early systems theory, cybernetics, and the work of thinkers such as Gregory Bateson, Don Jackson, Paul Watzlawick, Janet Bevan, Jay Haley, and John Weakland. Rather than viewing communication as a simple exchange of words, these theorists studied communication as an interactional process within relationships and family systems. In other words, communication was understood as something that helps create, maintain, and organize relational patterns. One of the most famous ideas connected to this theory is the phrase, "You cannot not communicate." The core meaning is that even silence, withdrawal, posture, facial expression, tone, or avoidance can communicate something within a relationship. In family therapy, this matters because the clinician is not only listening to what clients say, but also observing how messages are exchanged and how those messages function in the system. Communication may be digital, meaning verbal communication based on words and shared meaning. For example, when a client says, "I'm fine," the digital message is the literal wording. Communication may also be analogic, meaning it has less formal structure but is often rich in emotional and relational meaning. Tone, facial expression, posture, silence, gestures, and physical distance can all communicate meaning beyond the words themselves. This is why a client saying, "I'm fine," while avoiding eye contact, crossing their arms, or speaking sharply may communicate something very different from the literal words. This theory is also related to forms of nonverbal communication, including haptic communication or communication through touch, kinesthetic communication, or communication through body movement and gestures, paralinguistic communication, which includes tone, pitch, volume, pauses, and rhythm of speech, and streptic communication, which is often used in MFT study materials to refer to meaning communicated through body posture, positioning, or orientation. For the AMFTRB exam, remember that communication patterns are relational. The key question is not only what was said, but also what message is being sent through the interaction, and how is that message maintaining the family pattern? Remember, in the words of Gregory Bateson, father of cybernetics, you cannot not communicate. Visit FamilySolutionsInstitute.com for a variety of in-depth resources to prepare you to pass the AMFTRB exam.